Hey everyone, this is Roy, and I promised you I would do a gear video. Well, guess what? I'm doing 2 gear videos. The reason I'm doing that, I'm going to separate the gear from the clothing, so you've got, it's just, it's a little bit shorter, and you don't get as bored during the video. So, a couple things I want to talk about when it comes to finding gear in northern Indiana. It's a pain in the butt. I could not find a single store that had everything I needed. So I had to shop around. And, that being said, some of the places that I went to include Dick's Sporting Goods in Mishawaka, Indiana. I went to Sports Authority, which I believe is in Maryville, Indiana. It's kind of there where the towns change, and you never know where they change. I believe it's Maryville, and I went to Cabela's, which is up in Highland. The problem with the sports stores around here is most of them are geared toward hunting or cross-country skiing or just general athletic sports like basketball, football, and that sort of thing. You won't know how many stores I went to looking for shoes and left totally disappointed that they don't even carry hiking shoes. But anyway, as far as the gear, one other thing I want to point out is I know a lot of people talk about the weight of the gear. I personally do not care what the overall weight is. What I do is I kind of put it in my pack. I carry it around. If it's too heavy, I downsize or get something lighter weight. And so I can't tell you 100% at all the weight on any of my gear because, like I said, I personally don't care. I just care that my pack is light enough for me to carry. If it's manageable, then it's manageable. If it's too heavy, then something's got to get replaced. And usually I kind of weigh it by hand. Okay, this weighs the most. What can I replace it with? That's kind of how I did it. So I can't tell you any exact weight on anything. So anyhow, let's start with the pack. This is right here. This is a Field & Stream external frame backpack. I got this at Dick's Sporting Goods in Mishawaka. Great place for backpacks. So is MC Sports in Plymouth. I forgot to mention them. That's another great place for backpacks, but I ended up selecting this one here from Dick's. Reasonably priced, just as far as weight, really light. I mean, actually, if you see my other videos, hiking with Oma, me and Oma were playing catch with this bad boy in Dick's Sporting Goods, and even she said, yeah, that's light. So if Oma thinks it's light. I can't argue with her. To go along with the backpack, I did get some bungees to help attach my sleeping bag and stuff to the backpack. And I got a pack cover. Pack cover I got at Cabela's. And that goes over the pack, so when it rains, my pack doesn't get all wet. So that's that. Trekking poles. I got me a couple Eastmans. I've used these a bit while in the pack. I went on a hike earlier down to O'Bannon Wood State Park along a portion of the adventure trail. I didn't do the whole adventure trail because it was post-season and it was kind of overgrown in parts, and so I kind of just did a section of the adventure trail and then some road hiking. Did total 18-mile hike in a single day and camped out at O'Bannon Wood State Park. Did a little bit of walking the next day as well without the pack. But these held up very good. I enjoy these if they're able to hold my weight, support my weight. I didn't really do handstands or anything like that on it. But they could support my weight. They were great. Tenting system. I had to pick. I actually have 3 tents. One is a 4-man tent. Absolutely no need for that one. Then I had to pick between, I have a one-man bivvy and a two-man bivvy. I picked the two-man bivvy. The reason I picked that, even though the one-man is slightly lighter, this isn't a whole heck of a lot heavier than the one-man. And I can actually lighten it, but even more by taking, instead of bringing those ridge poles, those, well, the main poles that hold it up, I can just use my trekking poles. So I don't even need to bring those, I just pretty much need to bring the tent and the stakes. So that's what I'm going with, two-man bivvy. The reason I wanted two-man, I wanted a little more space in it. I could put my backpack in there, or, you know, if I find a friend and we want to be a little more social, you know, I can fit more than one person in my tent, play cards, whatever, in a rainstorm. So, you know, if we're caught in a rainstorm and we don't, you know, all have to set up tents, I can actually share mine. I got a tarp to go with it, kind of ground cloth, or on nice weather nights, if I decide I might want a cowboy camp, that's what the tarp is for. So that is that. Let's see, let's go to the sleeping bag. First of all, sleeping pad, this is it right here. This is a Coleman Rest Easy Camp pad. This was a Christmas present from Oma. I have another sleeping pad that I've used. It's a great one, but you know, it's getting old, and I'm not sure how well that one would last on the AT, if it would last the whole thing or not. Plus, it is heavier than this one, so I'm gonna use this one. Sleeping bag. I have a confession to make. Here. You see, it's my intention every night while I'm on the Appalachian Trail that I intend to go into camp and to crawl into a woman's sleeping bag. And I mean that seriously. Because I have, by Alpine Design, a woman's sleeping bag. It's right here. I was going to show it to you all folded up, but it's a lot cooler to show it to you not folded up, kind of grayish with some purple. It's a 20-degree mummy bag. And yes, indeed, it's a woman. The reason I'm going with the woman's because sleeping bags are sexist, and they put more padding around the feet on a woman's sleeping bag. That's really the difference between men and women. They put more padding around the feet, more padding around the chest to keep the chest and feet warmer. And I want warm feet, so I'm going with the woman's sleeping bag because I'm all about equality. So, woman's sleeping bag, like I said, Alpine Design, 20-degree sleep mummy bag. 20 degree is kind of warm for the hot months. So during that time, I will use my liner. This is a liner that I got. Oh, the sleeping bag I actually got on sale on clearance at Sports Authority. I think they were kind of clearing out their winter stuff and getting their summer stuff out. That was on sale for $12. You ain't gonna find that. Okay, so if you're looking for a $12 sleeping bag, I just had a freak burst of luck for that. So I did get a liner from Cabela's to go with it, which, you know, like I said, in the warmer months, I'll pretty much just use that liner and sleep on top of the sleeping bag. So that's the sleeping bag. Let's go to some miscellaneous items here real quick. I've got this little bag, which I'm going to use as my hygiene slash medical first aid bag. So I'll fill this with hygiene products, you know, small toothbrush, toothpaste, toenail clippers, tweezers, first aid stuff. Probably have a little baggie with aspirin, Tums, or maybe some foot powder or something like that, chapstick, that'll all go in this bag. So that's that. I have a waterproof bag here where I'm going to put my journal and where I'm also going to put the Appalachian Trail guide. I do not have the guide yet, so I can't show it to you, but it'll go in here with my journal. I have another bag, which, well, I got pretty much my camera gear in here. Got my honeycomb charger for my camera, which I can't show you the camera because you're looking at me through it. But I also got the little power adapters to plug in the camera to charge it, as well as an extra memory card. I'm going to be getting as well an extra battery too for the camera, just so I know I have a spare and I don't have to really worry about anything big like that. A smaller bag, which is pretty much going to serve like my wallet. I have a headlamp. See, I can go hillbilly with it, or I can go inner city gangsta. So that's the headlamp. I would turn it on, but it's just going to blind you, and that's just me. A lighter. I don't think I need to explain much further on that. This little bad boy. If you don't know what this is for, okay, I'll tell you. You see, every once in a while, this thing happens in the human body, and when you're hiking, you kind of have to go off the trail and into the woods, at which case you pop that out, you dig a small hole, you leave your package behind, and you bury it, and you fold this back up, and you move about the trail as if nothing happened. Okay. Yes, I'm talking about pooping in case you really aren't getting that. Oh yeah, toilet paper will also be in that little hygiene bag, just so you're aware of that. I did not forget toilet paper. Well, since I talked about the food coming out of me, let's talk about the food going into me. First of all, I've got a food bag. Let me open it up so I can kind of show you what it is. This is a Cedar Summit bag. Pretty much I fill it with food, and then when I get into camp, this will pretty much be in the pack, and then when I get into camp, you know, I put this together, run the string through the hoop, and toss it over a branch so that the bears can play piñata with it. Actually, you have to put it a little bit higher so the bears can't reach it. They'll just kind of dance around. The reason I do that is because I don't want animals getting to my food. It's not good for me to go without food, and it's not good for the animals because I'm a fat man, and it's very dangerous to get between a fat man and his food. So we're going to protect the animals by hanging it up in a tree. So, as far as cook gear, this is it. I got a wonderful titanium spork, and then a Stanley pot. The Stanley pot is one of the Walmart items, okay? So, reasonably priced, and it works great. I've used this multiple times as well. It's awesome. Take the lid off. I have inside my homemade, there we go, my homemade windbreaker that kind of goes around it while I'm cooking, so the wind doesn't snuff out my fire. I do have an extra lighter in the cook kit. I'm bringing 2 lighters and keeping them separated, so if I lose one, I still know I have the backup. So there's the lighter also in here. I've got my homemade Fancy Feast stove. Really easy to make. If you got cats, buy you a pack of Fancy Feast. Feed your cats well. I actually bought the 24 pack because I wanted to really try this out. And so my cats ate very well as my neighbor's cat ate very well, because I guess word traveled that I got fancy feast, and so he came over too. He got some as well. Pretty much you clean out the can. It's got this little inner lip in here you kind of bend down, and then you just take a regular hole punch, for like that you would punch holes in paper, and you can punch the holes around here, then do a second row that's offset, and there's your stove. Pretty much you fill in the bottom. Well, I use this for 1 ounce, even though the odds are this isn't gonna, it might make it to the trail, I don't know, but it won't make it very far down the trail, because I've pretty much been eyeballing it when it comes to putting the fuel in. You put the fuel in, well, have it on, don't hold it in your hand, you just have to put it on a flat surface, ground or something. And then you light the fuel, and you set the pot on top, and your windbreak around it, and it works just like a regular one burner stove. Really cheap, easy to make. In fact, 50 cents. Really all it cost me to make that thing. So that's my cook kit, and time for my water. When it comes to my water kit, I actually got this little, I guess it's a bottle insulator thing at Cabela's. It was free, gift for joining Cabela's Club. But it works great. Perfect size for my Sawyer Squeeze filter. I went with Sawyer Squeeze primarily because I'm hearing a lot about it from other hikers, on YouTube, and so if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. I went with Sawyer Squeeze. Got the bladder bags, which I'll use for the dirty water. It's really simple. You fill up the bag with dirty water out of the creek, stream, whatever. Put it on, squeeze it out, and filtered water comes out. And I'll use that to fill up my water bottles. As far as water bottles, I'll just kind of, when I get down there, I'll probably buy me a couple Smart Waters, something like that, and just kind of use those bottles. And then when those bottles start to get raggedy and ugly, I'll get some others. So, and if my bladders break, that's really simple to replace. The great thing about the Sawyer Squeeze is it pretty much can screw onto just about any size pop bottle, any standard size. So that is that. And last, I wasn't sure if I should put this in my gear video or in my clothing video, because it's kind of half and half. This is my bug net. Okay, it fits really nice and pretty over you. You can be all styling with it, or you can rob a bank, or you can even be Marge Simpson. Oh, come on, stay up. You did it before. Anyway, yeah, there we go. So, got the bug net, that way bugs won't eat my face at night when I'm sleeping, or if I'm in a mosquito-infested woods. This will be my greatest friend ever. Anyway, that's the gear I'm bringing. Let me know if you think I'm forgetting anything. Stay tuned also for the clothing video, where I'll show you all my clothing and my footwear. And so that's pretty much it for the main gear. Like I said, if you've hiked before and you see I'm totally missing something, let me know so I can fix that problem before it becomes a major problem. I don't want to get to Georgia and find out, oh no, you forgot this. So that's pretty much it. I will catch y'all later with the second video.